So this was something I had been thinking about for a while. In light of this present political fervor we've got going on now, but there are things that kind of irk me about politics, and I think they've been like particularly evident in this present election cycle. So this is kind of a generalization, but it feels like the more I hear people talk about politics and get into politics, it feels like the less I think of them as a human being, as an intellect, as a thought leader or whatever. Like it feels like you can see people who are, even ones who are exceptionally intelligent, and to some extent it just applies to people in general who get involved in politics. Like, I tolerate them better when they're not talking about politics. But you see people who are even exceptionally intelligent becoming like utterly non-unique and inauthentic. It's not that they're lying per se, but they're spinning the truth for their own political candidate. Now, for the record, I want to do a caveat here. I would tend to lean very conservative in my viewpoints as a general rule, at least in social issues. I don't know to what extent in economics, probably still kind of conservative. But in this case, I'm just kind of trying to critique the unit of peoples that engage in this type of stuff. But like, apart from that, it feels like there's this type of sensationalism that's been very common recently. The idea being effectively that if your candidate wins tomorrow, the world will end the day after. No, it probably won't. If it does, you will have been part of the reason it happened, right? The person getting elected will be the long result of a series of events that occurred, and you will have been partially responsible for some of those events with the way you present things and the way you demonize the other side. Thirdly, I think this is the third point. I believe this is the third point, okay, I'm trying to make here. It feels like there's this feigned objectivity, and it irks me. Like, come on, you're in politics, for heaven's sake. It's with this level of power involved or influence involved, which is a thing. It functions a little bit like gold fever. No, you're not objective, and stop pretending that you're objective. It's yeah. It kind of goes hand in glove with the first point I made. Like, there's this inauthenticity, and it feels like politics as a whole is not really a place for honest people, right? I think there are exceptions to this. You can do it and still be honest, but it feels like by and large it's kind of the nature of the beast that, like, yeah. Lastly, to wrap this up, I guess, there's an axiom that's really universal, and it's probably cliche at this point, or borders on cliche. Nothing in life comes for free, right? Something to that effect. Nothing in this life is for free. You will never get anything for free. It will always be a trade-off of some sort, and political control and political power are no exception to this, right? It feels like, on balance, it's nearly impossible to hold political control or political power and cultural influence simultaneously. You can't control what people do with their lives and also hope to persuade them and bring new ideas into the way they think and whatnot, right? It feels like once you grab for one of these things, you have to let go of the other. So, something to bear in mind. Anyways, P.S. If you guys want to kind of clip this or mess with any of my other videos, review them, react, or whatever, feel free. I don't foresee myself kind of copyright striking people or anything like that. So, have fun with that. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please press the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to.